Blast off. Okay, here we go. Good afternoon. This is Chuck coming to you from the command center in Chuckadelphia. Actually, I am at a very special place. Still waiting for service. There's no waitress or waiter here. I don't know why. I think maybe because the primary waitress that was waiting on me is at home, and that is today's special guest, Jersey Jen Taubel. Here you go, Jen. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just didn't want to go to work today because it's raining. So.
Yeah. Well, that and this other quarantine thing, right?
Actually, Jimbo's is open for takeout right now.
It is open for takeout.
Right,
Okay.
but you should have a mask on.
Okay. Well, so you're not waiting tables right now. What are you doing to survive these days?
To survive, I am working still. I'm teaching, but I'm teaching from home.
Okay.
So I'm teaching 8th grade special ed math.
Okay, very good. Now, many of the viewers will know you as an ESL instructor from a certain place, right? But you have a career as a teacher working with kids, right? So,
right.
Why did you choose to get into the teaching profession back in the day?
Oh, geez. I don't know. I always liked working with other people. Even when I was in high school, I know it sounds silly, but like in my math classes and things like that, people wouldn't get it, and I would sit with them and help them. I know it sounds kind of nerdy, but I always like to help people understand things in a different way. So, yeah, I mean, I started off wanting to teach high school, and then I went to elementary, and then I made the change. I came to Ecuador and taught adults. So, I've had a lot of different experiences. And now I'm in middle school, so I don't know. I just enjoy working with people, and I've realized how much I miss it being at home now. Because I miss the interaction every day. And I don't know how people do this and they work from home because I'm going a little bit nuts, but I miss being in a classroom.
Okay. Well, you have that rare experience of being able to say that you've worked with kids, teenagers, and adults. Do you have a preference of working with any of those groups, or does it not matter?
I don't really have a preference. I think that each group has its own, positives. So my first classroom ever was first grade. And that positive is that they're super cute and they learn quickly. And then I moved to elementary, upper elementary. And that, I like that age level as well because they're still children and they still listen. 8th graders have a different personality, but it's really challenging, which is And then adults, I thought was awesome because you can teach them about different things on a different level that you can't really use in an elementary school classroom.
Yeah. Okay.
Every single group has their own positives, I think.
Okay. And which group would you say tested your patience the most?
Patience? Probably middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in that in between phase. That they're getting ready for high school, they're phasing out of the elementary level, so they have a lot of things that they're going through too. So but it's a good way. It's challenging.
Okay, very cool. Now, as you know, many parents have been thrust into the spotlight to be co-teachers at home, and maybe they don't have that kind of experience with teaching their own kids. I mean, maybe life lessons and whatnot, but would you give them any advice for how to handle helping with lessons right now?
That's hard because there's kids of all ages at home. So I would say make a schedule. That would be the best way. Have a certain amount of time during the day where they work on schoolwork. And for me as a teacher, I don't care when they do it. Morning, afternoon, evening, whatever works best. But make a schedule, that way they have a certain amount of time to get their work done.
Okay.
Because I know for me, for example, if I have the full day to get things done, I won't get it done. So if I have a couple hours I know I have to do work in, then I'm more likely to get it done. So having a consistent schedule for the kids. I try to set that up with my students now and tell them to set a certain amount of time, for math, a certain amount of time for English and different subjects, and try to have a schedule if they can. So.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool. That's good advice. Good piece of advice there. Now, I also hear
$5 for my advice.
$5 for your advice.
You can Venmo me.
I'm going to put it in the mail tomorrow. Let's hope the post office still exists. Okay.
Well, Amazon exists.
Okay. All right. I'll send it to Jeff Bezos and he'll send it to you. Yeah.
Who's that?
Jeff Bezos. He's the owner of Amazon.
Oh, I knew that. I was just testing you.
He's one of the wealthiest people in the universe. Right
well,
now.
I've definitely lined his pockets in the last couple months. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. I've heard that you are expecting a baby.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, I am having a baby in August.
Okay. In August. Any particular? What's the specific date?
August 22nd.
August 22nd.
It's a boy, and I'm really hoping that he doesn't come early because I don't like to share, and my birthday is August 10th.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
want to
come
share
any other day, but not August 10th.
Yeah. I 6 members of my family share 3 birthdays. And it's cool, but it's, I guess like if you want to have your day all to yourself, it would be nice.
Right. I don't even like to share because my dad and my sister-in-law both are August 5th, and it's a little too close for comfort. 5 days.
Plus, I imagine you would want to get off to a good start with your baby boy. If he comes out on your birthday, you might feel disrespected in a way and hold a grudge. And
I know, I definitely will. I mean, I do hold grudges. I talk to him all the time and tell him, he can't come on August 10th. That's the one day.
Yeah. Okay. Now this is your first time, right? And so, like, how would you describe the feeling of being pregnant and like the experience? Are you scared, excited? Like, how would you sum it up?
In the beginning, I was a little scared because I'm a worrier, so every little thing worries me. I had to do a bunch of testing since I'm considered geriatric. So because I'm older, so I had to do a lot of extra testing, and it's cool now though because you can't see me, but I'm visibly pregnant, and I can start to feel him kick now. So I'm 23 weeks, so I can feel him moving when I eat sweet things and things like that. So the only thing that really sucks right now is that I have to go to all my appointments alone. So it's not as fun, and I can't wear all the cute clothes out in the town, So I'm just isolated and fat.
Okay. Well, overall though, like it's still, do you still feel like, do you sense like the magic of it at the same time, even though like it's difficult to do that stuff by yourself now?
Oh yeah, it's really cool actually. Like I didn't feel him until like about a few weeks ago. So once that started happening, then it's like, I don't know, it's starting to get real, I guess.
Yeah.
And now me being the nervous person I am, I'm like, I have to get this done, I have to get this done, I have to get this done. So, I'm starting to worry and get things prepared, I guess.
Okay, it's just one baby, no twins in there, no triplets?
No, thank God. There's one.
Yeah.
Just one. There's some twins in my family, so I was a little nervous about that part.
Yeah.
Because I'm only 5'2", so he doesn't really have much room to go. So I'm pretty large right now already.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous about August.
Yeah.
And waddling around Jimbo's.
Yeah.
Getting
definitely.
through the tables.
But maybe if Jimbo's does open back up in the summer, maybe being pregnant will help you get more tips.
That's the plan.
Yeah, there you go. So it was, that's a very good approach. So maybe like every year you can be pregnant, and you could like double your tips every year.
Well, last year my friend Stephanie was pregnant, so we used her for the sympathy tips. So this year it's my turn, so maybe next year it'll be someone else's turn.
Okay. All right. Very cool.
We'll take turns.
All right. Yeah. Every other year. Very cool. And you could probably like cap it off with like 4 kids, right? And,
mine is 2.
Okay.
Mine is 3. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Well, one of the last things I wanted to talk to you about was your experience in Ecuador, because that is where you and I met. You came down to Ecuador, and I know that Ecuador has a special place in both of our hearts. And I wanted to ask you what some of your favorite experiences or favorite places in Ecuador were.
Oh, geez. Well, I spent 2 years down there. So my favorite place in Ecuador is probably the little town that I always went to go visit in El Chaco.
Okay.
I had come to Ecuador for the first time on a vacation, before I moved there, and that was one of the day trips. We went there and we went whitewater rafting, and I
Hmm.
ended up becoming friends with one of the rafting guides. They became like my little family in Ecuador.
Yeah.
So I went there all the time, on weekends, and hung out and milked cows at the farm and played in the river and just kind of got away from the city for a little bit. So.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a very cool feeling to have that second family in
Hmm.
Ecuador. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't speak much Spanish, and they didn't speak much English, so
Yeah.
but it was still nice to go there and feel like, I don't know, like I had a little, not like you guys weren't my family, but
Hmm.
like an actual like Ecuadorian family.
Yeah, you got your work family and then you got your home family and stuff like that. And it's perfectly understandable. But
And I
yeah,
tried my best while I was there to like be friends with the Ecuadorians and not
yeah,
just hang out with, the teachers and things like that.
mhm,
So
yeah,
to kind of
definitely.
get the culture part of it, you
Yeah,
know.
definitely. Would you like to go back and visit?
Yeah, I was actually talking to a couple people this week. I was just looking at my pictures. I was there last year this time. So
Mhm,
my goal was to go back every year to just hang out with people and, you know, see the sights and relax and get some good food.
mhm,
But yeah, I mean, eventually I would like to take my baby back.
mhm. Oh
You know,
yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess they have different rules about car seats and taxis and things like that.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
yeah, one day I want to go back there and um, visit and see everyone.
Okay, very cool.
Talking to Cassie and Kevin and my El
Mhm.
Chaco friends,
Yeah.
checking up on them.
All right, very cool. Very cool. All right, well, last question, okay? Once this lockdown is over, once the pandemic has passed, hopefully it's passed, what is the first great meal you're going to have? Is it going to be
Oh,
wings or is it going to be prime rib?
you know me too well. It's definitely going to be prime rib and French onion soup at the office lounge. Uh,
Okay.
I actually, when the quarantine first started, like this is the worst time to be pregnant and have cravings.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
get what I want. I
yeah,
mean, I can, but it's not the same.
yeah.
So I was calling them like every other day, like, do you have prime rib? And they were like, no, we're not doing it. And I had my mom call. They weren't doing it. And
Like in
now
a
they're doing
different
it.
voice. Hello, do you have prime rib?
Right. I'm like, it has to come from a different number so don't look crazy.
Yeah.
So now they have it. So I've gotten it takeout style, but I want to go
Mm.
sit there and eat it on like the hot plate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I still make my wings all the time, so that's okay for now.
Well, very cool. I really hope it passes soon. I've been sitting here for nearly 20 minutes and still no server.
You should complain. Put my name in the complaint line.
There you go. We'll do. We'll do.
I
And
miss that
I'm gonna
place.
I'm gonna walk past the tip jar.
This summer will be my 16th summer there.
Wow. Congratulations. That's really
Yeah.
cool. Well, once this is over, I'm gonna put this out on social media. I promise to come and give you a really nice tip. The shiniest
Perfect.
quarter I have.
I know because you're right across the state and I still haven't seen you.
Yeah, I know. But I promise I will be up there and we'll have a good time. Okay. And
Right.
I want to thank you for your time for this interview. It's great to hear from you. And I want to wish you great success with your baby and, just, continue being safe and strong during this crisis here. And do you have any final words for any of your friends that may be watching?
No,
No? Okay.
I don't know.
You're a woman of too many words.
Hey, I can talk for hours. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for participating, Jen. I really appreciate it. And for those of you watching in Chuckadelphia, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Yeah, Jen is showing something. What was that you were showing?
this is a necklace I got in Ecuador. It's a $3 necklace. I wear it every day. I got it from the market in the city.
You got a turtle there, right?
Right. And everyone compliments me on it here. I
That's how
love
I
your necklace.
dance.
Huh?
That's how I dance.
Okay. Don't do that in public.
No, I don't. I don't. I wouldn't even think of it.
I never thought of that. It does look like it's dancing, but
Okay, very cool. Well, Jen, thanks again. Thank you everybody for watching. Remember, you do not need a classroom to learn. The world is your classroom. Keep being safe and make sure you share these videos with your friends and share the good word of Chuckadelphia with your friends and whatnot. Okay, let's keep building up the channel. Have a great day. All the best to you. As always, Carpe diem and ciao, ciao.